Alright, welcome back guys. Part 4, and probably the final, for the 3-point seat belts, Tri-5 Chevy and the like. These are a universal, certified 3-point retractable seat belt that I bought off of eBay. They're okay. I don't see anything too crazy wrong with them. I've got my anchor points welded in, and I'll show you up here. Shaky cam. Alright. Okay, this was in a previous video, obviously. Sorry if the lighting is terrible. Let me try to get some light here. Okay. So, that's in. That's how that works. And, that's pretty basic. I mean, there's really nothing else to, but here's how it works. Just like your regular. Now, the seat is all the way forward right now. So what I'll be doing is the other end of that belt is going to be anchored there, obviously with a big flat and a lock under the seat mounting. It works out really good. And this is the buckle end, which I have to. So I was going to explain from the last video when I said I explained that. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is this retractor set came with, I'll show you, came with a rigid buckle. It came with this deal. We've all seen those before, but this half was actually inside of here, inside of there. Okay. Problem with that is, being a 56 bench seat, there is no provision through the bottom cushion or anywhere else for anything like this to come through it. Wasn't thinking. Never even gave that a thought when I purchased these belts. As it turns out, it'll be fine anyways. But so I cut the threads. There's like they're just stitched. I cut those and pulled them out. So they're short. And I thought, oh crap, they're too short. But at the same time, when I ordered the retractors, I ordered a set of rear lap belts, and those are where are those? Well, here's one half of them. So what I'm going to do is, I know they're on the front seat. The other half of these lap belts are now going to be used on the front seat, and I'm going to use these without the sleeves for the back seat, because those I can mount. You can see that or not? Those can be mounted on the most upright point of the floor in here. These can be mounted, like somewhere in here on each side of the hump or whatever, however you decide to do it. Those will be long enough for the rear cushions. So you can kind of see I have this sticking out here. That's as far as I was able to push it through. What I'm going to have to do is, when I get to that point, I'm gonna have to disassemble this seat anyways to put a cover on it, so the shells and everything have come off. I'm gonna have to take the backrest portion of this seat off and then fish those through. Just fish them through between the cushions, because they'll come up this lip and come down, and then I'll anchor them somewhere in the hump here, wherever there's clearance. I also have to take into consideration that is where a lot of the emergency brake stuff is, right about there in the tunnel. So I'll have to be creative, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. And then I also have to decide if I'm going to add a middle lap belt for the front seat and the rear seat as well. So it would actually be a 6 seat belts instead of 4. Typically it'll never have more than 4 people in it, but I want I will be ordering a second pair of lap belts, so that can be done. Because if I want someone to ride in the middle, if I want the wife to ride in the middle in front of me, if she wants to sit there, she's only going to get a lap belt, but at least she's going to have a belt. And then if we were to get stopped, the laws are kind of funny about that stuff. This car I wouldn't have had to put belts in, but if there's belts in it now, they have to be in use. So we'll just be safe. We'll just err on the side of caution there. So that's that. That's really awesome. And here, I'll show you. Okay, so I'm going to just grab a seatbelt. It works perfect. And then, obviously, let's tuck that in there for now. Obviously, that will be, that'll be shorter, so that is your 3-point. And I'm super, super, super satisfied with that. Mounts turned out good. I got enough heat that I actually burnt the bed liner off the bottom of the floor under the car, so I'm sure I got penetration there. I'll clean them up with a wire brush, run a little seam sealer around them when I do the rest of it, and that'll be that. And jump in here. Yeah, so then, like I said, this one will be in this location here, obviously, and it's just a matter of click. So I'm really, really happy with that. Wish they were like red or something so you could actually see what I'm doing here. Maybe I should have put green ones in, huh? But I am going to be doing something a little wild with the seats. I'm not going to recover them right away because I just simply can't afford to spend $2 grand on seat covers. So I'm going to just buy a bunch of matching Mexican blankets from the source that I found. They're really cool. I'm actually going to do the headliner and the seat covers, maybe even the door panels, with this particular pattern that I found. They're rainbow and black. They're really cool. It's like, like a watermelon pink and this same green and like a yellow and an orange and a white, and you've all seen them. So that's what I'm going to be doing on that. And then the shells of the seat, these here are actually called the shells. The shells, they're not perfect, but they're pretty nice. They're dingy. They'd have to be cleaned and probably dyed. So I'm actually going to do the shells on the front seat and like the exposed hinges and all the trim and all that stuff on the rear seat. I'm going to do that all this same green. And then this portion of the dash, the middle stripe, is going to be green as well. So that'll all kind of tie it in, and it'll be pretty awesome. So yeah, this will be the last one on the seatbelt video. I'm super happy with how it turned out. And I don't know, there's a couple other things on this for tips. Really sorry about the shaky cam. I'm really unorganized here today. Okay, so you guys are probably familiar with seatbelts in general. They sometimes have a plastic button that goes through the belt itself as a stopper. Okay, so I really don't know what the purpose of those are, and maybe I'm wrong in doing this, but as I was doing this mock-up, before I welded everything in and whatever, the stoppers were inhibiting full travel of the belts. So knowing that I could buy those stoppers separate if need be, I popped them out. There's one in each belt. I popped them both out, and everything works fine. I'm using this piece now, which I don't know what it's really intended for. This piece on the belt, I'm using that as the stopper for this. When it's up here, in the position here, I will adjust that as need be. But the height worked out really good. I'm real happy with the height on that. But anyways, the buttons. I took the buttons out of the belt. So if you end up buying a set of seat belts like this, don't feel bad about pulling the button out. I don't know if you're supposed to. I didn't read any instructions. I don't know. But they work. And then the other thing too on these, Probably, I don't know, you can just listen to this, but you know, like these are supposed to have like a pendulum in them that when you come to an abrupt stop, the seatbelts lock. You see that? That's locked. So everything works. It's freewheeling, and give it a quick one, and it locks. So I am super confident that now I'm 240 pounds. Will it hold me? I don't know. I don't want to find out. But been through this before. I feel better knowing that I am at least trying to keep myself and my family safe in this car. So that's the last installment on the 3-point seatbelts. If you guys have questions, please comment or just contact me through YouTube. I'd love to hear back from you guys. Let me know what you think. Suggestions. Oh, one more thing. Sorry guys, like I said, I'm very unorganized today. You'll notice that these retractors, I put them in a position where they are very close, or not super close. I can stick my hand behind them to the B-pillar. You'll also notice that this belt is twisted. And I did that on purpose because I did not want the retractor to be way out here on a bracket in the sheet metal floor. So I'm not worried about it being twisted, because the amount of belt about halfway through, it's only twisted in the middle. So the amount of belt, it's not going to get stuck in here. It's not. And if it rolls really good. I mean, there's no issue there whatsoever. What I'm going to do to trim these out, and this is a trick that I learned when my father-in-law and I, Randy, we built a tea bucket together. And of course I had a floor shift. I'm trying to think of the company. They're in everything now. But I had a floor shifter with, you know, the center button or whatever, a short one, I think it was. Either way, floor shifter. We wanted to come up with some kind of a boot to put around the shifter to cover like the mechanism and all that stuff. Maybe it wasn't a aftermarket one. It might have been a factory one out of a Corvette or something like that. Anyhow, doesn't matter. We went to Goodwill and bought a brand new black stocking cap, winter hat, and used that as a shift boot, and it worked awesome. I'll show you how to do that, but I'm going to do something very similar to that, I think, with these reels. Just to hide them a little bit. I mean, I'll have to do something with like Velcro or whatever, you know, to wrap around here, and then like just Velcro the backside of it. But like a black stocking cap, just a boot. So if you guys are looking for a cheap way to make a shift boot, black stocking cap works every time. You basically, you cut a hole in the top of it, put it on upside down, zip tie it around the shaft, and then turn the hat right side out, and then you don't see the end. There's no finishing. It works really good. He doesn't have the car anymore, otherwise I'll show you, but anyways, okay, so that is for sure it. We're getting a little windy here, so that's it on the seatbelt install. I'm super happy. Again, please comment, let me know what you think. You know, this is an open forum, of course. You know, if you got something to say it. So thanks again for watching, and I'm going to shoot some more video this weekend of the next project that I'm working on here. All of these little things I'm doing are all in preparation for getting the interior floor sprayed. So I need to fix, I still have to do the upper tailgate jam, which I got hinges for now, which is awesome. And then I'm doing some work on the right rear door jam, which I'll show you here in some following videos. So thanks very much. Hope you enjoyed the short series. Hope you learned something. I sure did. We'll see you next time. Thanks.